Geographically speaking, the northernmost edges of Europe are hostile to human settlement. In these latitudes, winter temperatures regularly plummet to -40 degrees Celsius. During the period known as the polar night, the sun dips below the horizon and leaves the landscape in complete darkness for months at a time. The topography offers no relief. Nearly 70% of the landmass is consumed by towering rock formations and dense, impenetrable glaciers, leaving very little flat earth for agriculture or urban expansion. Further north in the Svalbard archipelago, the environment becomes actively lethal. Out on the ice, the population of polar bears entirely outnumbers the human residents. The cold is so absolute that it dictates local law. Because bodies cannot decompose in the deep permafrost, dyeing has been effectively banned on the islands. By every logical metric of geography and climate, this frozen environment should yield a population entirely focused on bare minimum survival. Yet, the society built on this ice is one of the wealthiest and most cohesive on Earth. The people living under these extreme conditions enjoy entirely free healthcare and higher education. They live, on average, well over 82 years. This chart tracks the World Happiness Index. Year after year, Norway holds a permanent, unshakable position in the top 5, consistently outperforming massive global superpowers with far more forgiving climates. It presents a stark geographical paradox. How did a nation trapped in absolute darkness and ice engineer a near-perfect modern society? The answer begins with their social architecture. Rather than relying on strict class hierarchies, the entire system is built on radical egalitarianism and mutual trust. That equality is visible at the highest levels of the state. King Harald navigates the capital and interacts directly with the public, opting out of the massive security details typical of global heads of state. This structural empathy extends to their justice system. The courts operate on a model of rehabilitative justice, prioritizing a prisoner's eventual reintegration into society over punitive isolation. Incarceration here reflects that philosophy. The facilities resemble 3-star hotels rather than traditional penitentiaries, and inmates are routinely permitted to leave the grounds for daily work before returning at night. By minimizing societal friction through high social trust and institutional empathy, the nation maintains an incredibly cohesive population. They apply that same philosophy to their landscape. Instead of retreating indoors from the brutal weather, the population actively integrates the wilderness into their daily routines. A deeply ingrained law known as the right to roam guarantees every citizen the legal permission to hike, camp, and fish anywhere in nature, completely opening the mountains and fjords to the public. They take full advantage of this access. Reaching locations like the Trolltunga rock outcropping requires a grueling 10 to 12-hour trek, yet it remains a staple destination for locals seeking physical exploration. The extremes of the Arctic summer play a huge role in this active lifestyle. During the phenomenon of the midnight sun, daylight lasts for a full 24 hours, completely altering the standard biological clock. With endless light available, communities utilize unique local infrastructure, like the Henningsvær football stadium, built directly over Arctic waters, to play full matches at midnight. Treating a hostile environment as a legal right and a public playground yields a population that thrives physically and mentally. Of course, social trust and wilderness laws are supported by a massive economic engine. Norway holds vast reserves of offshore oil and gas. However, they avoided the trap of immediate consumption. Instead of spending their petroleum profits on short-term political projects or tax cuts, the government created a sovereign wealth fund. This chart tracks the resulting capital. 100% of the state's oil and gas revenue is funneled directly into this fund, locking the money away to secure the financial stability of unborn generations. Now look at the secondary overlay tracing green technology adoption. The world's wealthiest oil exporter is simultaneously utilizing its capital to engineer the rapid phase-out of fossil fuel vehicles. The results are highly visible on the streets of Oslo. Norway became the first nation on Earth to fully embrace electric vehicles, heavily subsidizing the transition for its citizens. Their true economic achievement lies in strict discipline. extracting petroleum wealth today, but decoupling those profits from the present to fully fund a post-oil economy. That strict focus on future-proofing extends far beyond their own borders, pushing all the way back up into the deep Arctic. The frozen wasteland of the Svalbard archipelago serves a highly strategic global purpose. It houses the Global Seed Vault, an international repository designed to protect humanity's entire agricultural biodiversity from catastrophic planet-wide disasters. Embedded deep within the mountain, the vault relies on the permafrost itself. The extreme, unyielding freeze of the mountain acts as a natural failsafe to keep millions of seeds viable without artificial power. Norway has weaponized its most uninhabitable geographic zone, turning it into the ultimate biological backup drive for planet Earth. Millions of visitors travel to these latitudes every year, drawn primarily by the immense cinematic beauty of the Northern Lights. They come to navigate the ancient fjords and witness untouched, towering landscapes that stand right alongside clean, modern infrastructure. But beneath the surface-level tourism appeal is the most rigorously engineered society on the globe. It is a place of deep contradictions. They endure months of polar night by maintaining profound social warmth, and they manage massive fossil fuel wealth to aggressively force a green transition. Their success proves that immense societal wealth requires strict discipline, incredible foresight, and a completely harmonious relationship with a hostile natural world. By refusing to fight the dark and the cold, Norway built the brightest blueprint for humanity's future.